Hello and welcome to New Play Day on Shakesyear. Huzzah! We're digging into yet another apocryphal play. This one is called Fair M. And while the experts agree that this probably was not written by Shakespeare, they can't agree amongst themselves who it probably was written by. It bears resemblances to like two plays that this guy wrote, and two plays that that guy wrote, and two plays that that guy wrote. So there's about 7 potential authors for this play, but the reason why it's considered an apocryphal play is the manuscript for it was found tied to a couple other Shakespearean apocryphal plays on the bookshelf of King Charles II with a note that said Shakespeare Volume 1 on it. These 3 plays were bound together, and we're actually going to get to those other 2 plays a little bit further down the line. But as the experts have looked at this, they're like, it probably isn't Shakespeare, but that's okay. We're going to take a look at it anyway. This one is a comedy, so be prepared. You never know what's going to happen into an Elizabethan era comedy. But we kick off the play with William the Conqueror. Yes, that William the Conqueror. And he enters the stage with some of his buddies, Wallingford and the Duke de Roe and Lubeck and all these guys, and he's looking very sad. And they're like, wait, what just happened? Because apparently right off stage, before the play begins, there was a joust happening that William was participating in. And as he was jousting, all of a sudden he just dropped his lance and left. So he comes in with all these guys following him, and they're like, what happened? Like, what did we do? Why are you mad at us? Are you sad about something? And he's like, no, it's nothing to do with you guys. Don't worry. But I don't want to tell you what it is because it's a little bit embarrassing. And they're like, no, like you're our king. You're our guy. If you're upset about something, if you're sad about something, please tell us what it is so that we can try to fix it. And he's like, okay, well, Lubbock, I'll tell you if everybody else will give us the room, sort of a thing, even though it's entirely possible that they're still outside or like in a stable, whatever. So Wallingford is like, okay, everybody else, let's go, let's get out of here. So we just have now William and Lubbock left on the stage, the Marquis of Lubbock. And William says to him, now, Marquis, must a conqueror at arms disclose himself thralled to unarmed thoughts, and threatened of a shadow, yield to lust? No sooner had my sparkling eyes beheld the flames of beauty blazing on this piece, but suddenly a sense of miracle, imagined on thy lovely master's face, made me abandon bodily regard, and cast all pleasures on my wounded soul. Then, gentle Marquis, tell me what she is, that thus thou honourest on thy warlike shield. And if thy love and interest be such as greatly may give place to mine, that if it be, my soul with honour's wing may fly into the bosom of my dear. If not, close them and stoop into my grave. So he's in love. He has fallen in love. He fell in love with a picture of a woman on the shield of the Marquis. That's what stopped him. So they're jousting, they have their shield and they have their lance, and painted on the Marquis' shield is this picture of this woman. And as soon as William sees it, he is so struck by her beauty that he just can't bear it anymore, and he wants to be with her. So what he's saying, he pulls the Marquis aside, and he's like, this is maybe a little bit embarrassing to admit, but I've fallen in love with the woman on your shield. She's so beautiful. So tell me, who is she? Is she your wife? Is she your girlfriend? Somebody that you're courting? Is she somebody that maybe you would stop dating so that I could start dating her? Because if cool, then I'm going to go do that. And if not, then I'm going to go die. So there are elements of this that feel to me a bit like the first time we see Romeo in Romeo and Juliet, and he's all like weepy because Rosalind won't sleep with him. This is William the Conqueror is shook because he saw a painted picture of a woman on a shield, and he wants to know if it's cool to date her. It's like the conversation between bros of like, hey dude, are you done with her? Can I get after her yet? So yeah, very, very bro-y to kick this off. And of course the Marquis has to respond and tell not only William but also the audience who this woman is that's on his shield, and he will do that in a monologue tomorrow. So I will see you then for that. Mwah.